Okay, welcome back, everybody. We just had a couple of episodes, no commentary episodes, where we put out the playoff games. And it looks like the Cowboys have decided they wanted to go back to back. If we could take a look real quick here, league history is not going to show this year yet until we advance to the next week, but just to show last season, Cowboys did go 47-40 against the Ravens and won Super Bowl 59. Uh, and then we, or you guys, just got a chance to view them putting it on the Chiefs, getting revenge, sweet revenge for the season opener, where the Chiefs put it on them. Um, so they beat the Chiefs 47-24. We did get extended again. I don't know that that actually makes any kind of difference or means anything. We do have 137 points to distribute. Before I do that, though, I'm going to let the offseason play out a lot more. So let's go ahead and advance to the next week real quick here. Um, I can't remember. Yeah, I was about to say, I can't remember if we get another mock draft coming up real quick here. So we do have it all storylines. I really don't like the storylines get annoying after a while, just cause. All right, so there we are at the 32nd pick, and they have us slated right now for Jeremy Barton. I can safely say he more than likely will not be our pick, but just in case, what I'm going to do is when it's time for us to do the three scouting, I probably will look at them. I don't know. I should look at them before then just to see what we got so far. We only have 60% on them, so it's. And then what scares me the most about him is his tackling and man coverage, right? Granted, for safety, right? He's zone focused. So in truth, our scheme looks for a run support, and his tackling is C to F. And so his tackling numbers aren't as high as I'd like them to be, right? B to C would be great, right? A, that's really, that would make it really high for safety, but B to C would be better, but C to F, that potentially, yeah. So would he be more of a free safety for us, right? And then so we would have to switch him to the free safety spot and let him. But and then the key focus would actually be the zone coverage, which we know is probably in the 70s. Um, so not bad. So that is a consideration. Again, I think the way they try to do these drafts though, these mock drafts, is that mock draft 5 becomes like pretty much set in stone. That's the way they do it. There's not much variation or variance from that when the draft actually happens. And then these switch up. I mean, technically you can see it looks kind of the same, right? The picks have been pretty consistent across each of the mock drafts, right? So it's just the shuffling around of the actual teams. And I got to be honest with you, I am much happier with the way these drafts are looking. And reason being, right? Jets. Okay, Aaron Rodgers, if he hasn't retired, will be retiring, right? So they need a quarterback. So that is huge. Um, Carolina, they need protection for their quarterback. Arizona, I don't know what they need right now. I don't know what they're doing, but he's probably the best tight end in the draft and a weapon for their quarterback. Titans have decided Levis is just not the answer, right? Another weapon for their quarterback, right? protection for their young quarterback. Um, they already have a quarterback, so this is probably the best available player. And you can see his true talent says he's a top 5 player, but needs have pushed him down the board, right? The Giants, they need a quarterback. The Lions, well, Jared Goff isn't getting any younger, and so they're going to need one, right? And then you look at the projection for these two, they're top 5, but they've gotten pushed down the board based on need, right? And so I like that though. If you look, notice there's what, one, two, three, four quarterbacks in the top 10. That sounds about right to me, right? And that sounds closer to real life, right? And then I thought I saw another one, but there isn't. I thought I saw another one later in the later down the line, but I guess that has changed. The Cowboys, I don't know that maybe that's the way our board shakes out, but I don't know that safety is in fact the pick, right? And then for 100% for absolute transparency here, I can't remember if I did it for this class. I know I did it for the last one. Is one of the things that I do go in and do is for the quarterbacks, I look at their overall and I will bump it up to ensure that they can compete with the overalls. It's kind of more of a not trusting Madden's ranking system and their logic, but I do go and bump up their overalls a little bit more in order to make sure that the quarterbacks are going to be getting selected. And then what really is nice is you're seeing they're getting selected by the teams who actually do need them instead of, I'm not trying to get them, I'm not trying to bump it up so high that, you can't pass them up. I'm bumping them up high enough so that they can compete, right? Like if the highest rated player in the draft is an 83 or 82 or 84, the low 80s would be you generally would be the highest player, right? Sometimes it might the class might have the highest player at 79. So I kind of try to make sure all the top 5 quarterbacks, maybe even 6, are all 76 and up, right? Whereas the top quarterback might only be a 74. And you're like, well, they're not going to get drafted. They're not going to even be considered in the first round. So you got to bump up their awareness a little bit more, bump up their accuracies a little bit more, just to ensure that they get, their overall up to a 77, 78, 79, right? They don't need to be the highest um, overall, but their overall has to at least get them, in that range or close to it, within 2 to 3 points of the highest one, in order for them to accurately get here. I'm saying that because that's what I do, and I can't honestly say that I recall what it looks like prior to me doing it, right? So that's another key thing. So, and then again, so like when we look here, we can see in this one, right? This is the very first one. There's C.J. Bush, which is the top 5, right? There's McClendon down here, but then there's Reed, and that's all the quarterbacks there, right? So were they going to move up with the team as the teams moved up? I don't know. I can't say for sure, right? But we know that back then, at that point, the Giants did need a quarterback, or still would have needed a quarterback, right? Um, but I'd already, as soon as I imported the class, the first thing I did was edited it. So that's how we got here in the first place. And then through time, the top five has changed too, right? I don't know if he's still in the top five or not. As a matter of fact, if I'm not mistaken, there was four quarterbacks and a defensive back. Uh, yeah, this guy. So you know, okay. So let's get out of here real quick. Look at my board. Um, and in order to do so, we have to look at the favorites, and then we have to go over here and sort by projections. Reason being is because you can see that the corner right here, this corner, didn't get added to my board until 165. So that should tell you, like, because I just went, started with the quarterbacks, added them. Like, so I actually started with the national top 50, added what I could there, and then moved to quarterbacks, running backs, and so forth, each, adding them in. So that's why you see the ranks start to kind of shuffle all over the place because that's where I kind of, at that point where I was when I added them on. Um, and then and I have it on my phone. And so when the draft time comes, I have a list of players that I think um, I am most interested in that fit that height, weight, cat, thing that I do. And it's sad because I think I really um, follow like the Raiders' old way of doing things. Speed and strength. That's it. Let's see. So, as a matter of fact, and then right now, no one is coming to mind. Um, these look familiar to me. Ryan Sawyer, yeah, but you can see his talent is day three. That's probably why he comes to mind because it's like I saw that and I'm like, no, no, no. Oh, he was projected round two, three, and then now you're telling me his talent's day three. I like the size, right? But I just don't see that happening. But this one, Burks, look at that. Talent round one, projection was 2-3, so he's going to come. He's basically coming in better than what was originally thought. And then, yeah, so I'll have to figure it out. And then one of the things I do like to do is go down this list and see if I got anybody, yeah. And then, granted, though, in this class, it's going to be a lot of the defensive backs, right? The corners. Now, this one, most definitely. And then I, he's got B awareness. He's, they say he's a slot archetype, which is crazy, but his talent, he's fully um, scouted. So it's just a matter of finding out all the numbers, right? And then, I mean, yeah, that's a steal. That is a steal. And it's like, well, who gets to him first? And then this guy is still a steal, right? Well, not maybe not a steal, but look at him. They have him projected day three, but he's really a 3-4 round 3-4 talent. Not a steal, but someone to consider, especially when you're in the late rounds, right? It's like you're looking for something, and then hey, and then you can see, and then look right here. Wow, 6'6", 259. Move him to end, right? Speed rusher, B awareness, round one talent. So I'm very curious, but I had to have looked at him a little bit more because Oh, okay, here's defensive tackles. See, look at these guys, man. Bone. Okay, that sounds familiar. And then this one, Marcellus Scott. What I would have done is I would have picked him. Now his awareness is an F, but still, I would have picked him because he's 6'6", 317, and this guy's 6'6", 319. Okay, so they fit that mold of that biggin that and then Bone right here, 6'2", 312 with a B awareness. Okay, you see. So I don't think I yeah, we don't have talent for anybody else. But yeah, so that's kind of how my draft board looks, and it's really trying to figure out these later round guys where there might be a steal somewhere, right? Somebody like right here, AC awareness, right? Fullback, Weatherspoon, right? But this one, Bone, I thought I saw, yeah. And it depends on like this one here, Russell, right? Where's that awareness coming in at? This one, where's the awareness coming in at? So those would be interesting. All right. So real quick here, we're gonna look at our retirements real quick. Uh, so Michael Thomas, Jordan Poirier, Bakhtiari, Cameron Jordan, Keenan Allen, Johnny Hecker, Zerline is done. Cousins, man, looks like we're in the Penix era now in Atlanta. Lane Johnson, Kelsey, man, Travis Kelsey, DeAndre Hopkins, Patrick Peterson says goodbye. Brandon Graham, man, bane in the side of just a thorn in the side of the Cowboys for years, decade and a half. Hankins, hey, the Red Rifle. All right, now this is a little bit concerning, and I'll tell you why. Because in the NFC East, Lane Johnson's the only person that's retired. It means everybody's back, which is interesting. I thought Brandon Graham was with the Eagles. He might have been with a different team or been in. They might have he might have been gone this season. All right, so first things first. I think these are the players. Oh, hey, I can complain about an upgrade. And look at that, superstar X Factor. Now you see the 89 overall, and you're like, man, that morale is really kicking in on that. Portillo, but to say I thought it was really going to be these guys here on the practice squad. So Riley Moss, he was on our practice squad. Nobody grabbed him. Brendan Rice. I figured, hey, up and coming. Now, if I'm not mistaken, just real quick, um, tags. Does he have a tag? Future starter. That's why I was like, well, shoot, I'll take him. I'll put him on the practice squad. And it says he's a future starter. Uh, now, I guess you're wondering why I'm upgrading slot. instead of man, because when you upgrade slot, man and zone both get upgrades usually. So, yep, let's skip Fahoko. All right, Antoine Livingston. And then it's funny because I don't know why I have him on the practice squad. Now, Keandre Coburn, big power pig, uh, just intrigues me. He'll I don't really foresee him developing. He's 26, right? But as far as depth right now, he fits in fine, right? Roman Bagley. I think we did kind of we had him on the he was with us last preseason, so I don't know about Eric Watts. A lot of these practice squad guys that become very expendable. And then we got one last guy here, Viliami Fahoko. And then he's a difficult one because if you look at his size and it's like, okay, I can't slide him down inside, right? Now, new ability unlocked. Who is that for? Oh, for Wilbin. Okay. Oh, Bruiser. There we go. Mid in elite. Deep in and mid in elite. And then matchup nightmare. If I had short in, see if this was available, I would take it. All right. Okay. So let's do this press conference. I'm not looking forward to it. All right, coach, let's talk about the next few months. Yeah, let's talk about it. What's your plan for the upcoming offseason? Make a splash and upgrade the roster. Make sure we win the draft. There's no specific. Make a splash and upgrade the roster. We need to upgrade the roster every year. Any specific position or just the overall talent? Just the overall talent. Watch, they're gonna hit you with something, and you're gonna like try to. Let's see, where can we improve the most? Uh, defense. Defense. Always need defense. Watch, they're going to ask you what position. Do you feel confident that you can improve the talent by training camp? You know what? Screw you guys. Can't promise anything. It sounds like you're covering your bases by being non-committal. Just if that's how you want to take it, you come up with these asinine questions. I'm just going to tell you. And then here's what comes up. Can't commit. So you thought you were being clever by avoiding the question, but you lost trust with the players. Morale is dropped by 5 for all players. FUEA. You know what I'm saying? It's like, well, I, I don't know. It's because to me, is you're not being all that clever. You're not really giving. And then what you're doing is you're trying to bait me into this, into this, into this. And it's like I can't tell you what's going to happen. I can tell you what I want to do. Yeah, what do I want to improve something in the defense, but what? I don't know. We just won the goddamn Super Bowl. How much do we need to improve, right? You know what I'm saying? On defense, we can get what can we improve on defense? We can improve the safeties. We're not going to do much better at corner, right? And we have a limited salary cap, right? Space, so we can't do much there. Offense. All five of our offensive linemen are pretty decent right now. Tight end is pretty decent. Wide receivers pretty decent. And then we just had the offensive player of the year, offensive rookie of the year at running back. What are we upgrading? Micah Parson trusts that his coach will make a splash this offseason. You see? And it's like, yeah, we're going to make a splash. We like our guys. How about that? Give me the option to say, we like our guys. So, yeah, screw you. All right. So we saw the draft. Now I think if we look at, oh, nope. If we look at season recap, boom, there we are. So our MVP, Patrick Mahomes. Coach of the year, Sean McDermott. Offensive player of the year, Rashard Dixon. Defensive player of the year, Micah Parsons. Can you believe, like, for a good majority of the season, all I could talk about was how Micah was not performing and not really doing anything for us, right? And he shuts me up and says, "Hey, you don't know what you're talking about. I'm defensive player of the year." And it's like, you know what? I that makes me happy, right? And then our offensive rookie of the year is Rashard Dixon, and defensive rookie of the year, Kevin Williams. Like, can you not? Did we not win the draft? That's what I'm saying. We won the draft last year, right? Just it's crazy. So, did I want to go down and can I win the draft this year? Heck, I don't know. I don't know. But it's like I don't want to be in that position to try to figure it out. All right, so staff moves. You know, it would be nice if this was more like the coaching carousel of old from NCAA, right? I have to see what the carousel looks like in college football 25. I haven't taken a dynasty to that point yet. So I want to see what that looks like. This here is just I don't know. It's kind of misleading. Like right here, okay, so Will Hudson got hired by the Falcons as head coach. So who got fired? All right, so Raheem Morris was fired from Atlanta. Todd Bowles fired from the Bucks. Robert Saleh or Sala got fired. So right here, and then which is very interesting to me because how many coaches got fired? One, two, three, four, seven coaches got fired, yet only two got hired, right? So far, right? And then here's the OCs, right? I mean, there's a ton of firings, right? And then DCs, six of them got fired. I don't see any hires. Okay, so now we have to wait, but more than likely, I got to say, if seven coaches got fired, we lost our two coaches. We lost our two coordinators. I don't see them. I feel like we have to replace our coordinators, which is why I'm not spending those points right now. I'm not going to give another team a coordinator with even more points. And then secondly, yeah, yeah. So that's what we're doing. Okay, so that was the retirements, the draft, and the recap of the season. We can move on to re-signing players. And I don't think we only have two players left. Somebody said I'm not coming back. Who said I'm not coming back? Hold on, hold on. We better check this out. Now, this the sidebar here, I kind of like. But you can see here, Isaiah Pacheco has announced he'll become a free agent when his contract ends. Okay. Um, oh, Bakhtiari retirement papers. Jordan retirement papers. Okay. So right here, as soon as we jumped in here, boom. Look at that. Phil staff. All right. So we know yeah, I fully anticipate having to do this. So a couple of things I look at is I want to see what your hiring bonus is, right? How many points I'm going to get for hiring you. But I also want to see what talents you already have and who you are. Now, secure the line. That one sounds interesting. Your West Coast power run, multiple zone run, vertical zone run. So Nick Gregory is usually my hire, being that I usually already know what his talents are going to be, right? So when he comes available, I usually jump on him, and I'll show you his talent tree real quick. So, and this is what I always look for. So I'm not overly, but okay. So we got quarterback stuff, right? You know we need the quarterback stuff with Trey Lance. Now we got some running back stuff. That's fine. That's fine. But here's what really sells me on him, right? So we got pass block, pass block, but then this to me that's crucial. I don't like that they stop it at two. It I always liked it when before in 24 mostly it was three, so you could upgrade a three to boost strength for offensive line by 3 points. But two isn't bad. So, and he's pretty close there. So this guy is what I'm looking for. I want my because I need my offensive line to be stronger. I need them to be able to push. And as you know, in this game, there is no push with the offensive line. So now I got another 89 points. So I got 223 points now, right? And then I'm gonna hire my defensive coordinator, right? And then I usually try to stay with a coordinator that is very close to the scheme that I'm running right now. So I wouldn't do a 3-4 under or a 3-4 storm unless I was actually thinking about switching, right? Tampa 2, that is a possibility. Granted, I don't do Tampa. We're not running a Tampa 2, but that might be it. Reason being is because the standard 3-4 might give us what we're looking for. Sammy Rios, um, standard 4-3, right? And then you say, well, standard 3-4 is not what you. I'll show you here. So standard 3-4, I go in here because this is where I'm going to look to see if there's any strength boosts for the line. If not, and you can see there's not. So you got hit power for defensive line and linebackers, but no strength boost, right? So then I'm gonna say, okay, second level is just for corner. Second level? Okay. Okay. Wait. Linebackers. Okay. And then here, X factor, safeties. So yeah, nothing. So he wouldn't be a good candidate for me, right? Now, Sammy Rios, I have brought on before. Um, so what I want to look at is standard 4-3 and see what they're talking about. There's block shed, right? Which isn't bad, but that's linebacker, defensive end, block shed, speed boost, and then down here is just hit power. Now, but what I got to do is I got to look here. What is this one? Boost strength for safeties and cornerbacks. I'm not really caring about that much. Block shed for linebackers. Not really caring about that much. Uh, tackle, man coverage. Yeah, see, this is defensive back stuff. So you're not boost strength for defensive tackles by one. There it is. And you see there's three spots for it, right? You can upgrade it three times. That is a done deal right there, right? Because you got my defensive line and you also have the back, the cornerback stuff, right? Let's get our good coverage in there. So this is the one I would go for, seeing that I'm staying with a 4-3, right? So this guy, 4-3 quarters, isn't exactly what we're running, but it's close enough. So there is my new coaches. And then the first thing we do, So we'll come over here. Let's see what this is. Pass block power, 16, and then boom. So we'll hit this up real quick, and then we'll hit this one, boom, and then boom. And then we'll come back over here because I need, you got to hit that one at least one time just because. And then I'm thinking I want deep accuracy for quarterbacks. I want throw under pressure and throw power. So I want to, so we're going to boost awareness one. We're going to boost accuracy under pressure. And then I think I'm going to leave it there until I go here first. Okay, so one, and then boom. Okay. And yeah, we're going to go all three in here. Okay. And then block shed. Boom. Boom. All right. Now, do I want to keep, we're going to stay. Wait, we're going to do this one. And then we're going to go back and then we're gonna add this one here. Boost the throw power. I want to see what this is. Boost catching, and we don't have enough, but we do have enough for one more throw power, right? And then my head coach, I'm fine where she is right now, but we will. But the key thing is my coordinators are right where I want them to be to start the season, right? I got the strength boosts for both offensive and defensive line, and I got some boosts for the quarterback to start. And if I want to boost anything else, I got some extra boosts here too for my outside linebacker, block shed for my tackles, right? And then also impact blocking for linebackers. I'm not even sure what that why, right? But that's you had to do that one to get here, and I think if I'm not mistaken, they might have already. Yeah, no, you had to do that one to get here, and then boost awareness for defensive line and linebackers. That's awesome. And then I might throw one in there sooner than later, just because let's give them boost their awareness by 3. So we'll do that. Um, Player personnel. I don't usually in the off season if my coaches don't get taken, and I got a whole bunch of points, I like to try to go down this tree, especially just to. I'm not worried about offensive recruitment and defensive recruitment because I like to build my from the draft. So here's the deal, art of the deal, right? You want to make your deals right here. But we don't have any more points. We used them up, but we have our coaches right where we want them. So that is awesome. And then let's see. So we got that, and now we got to do the renegotiate. I don't know if I'm not mistaken, is just these two. Look at that option now. 26 million. Mozzie's a superstar too. Mm, all right. No, we are not doing. We're not doing $26 million option right there. We will just re-sign you, right? And then see if we can re-sign you for like 18, 19, 20 million per year. Okay. That's yeah, no. No option. We're rejecting the option, bro. We're just gonna sign we're gonna work on re-signing you. You we're trading you. So and then because we have them next season. They're ours for next season. So we don't need to worry about that, right? But going into next season or going into the next couple of weeks, there's some players that we gotta move on from, right? And these guys are all leaving, okay? But these two are staying. And the key here is we can decide, do we want to re-sign Mozzie or do we want to trade him, right? I gotta be honest with you. Look at what we got right there. See, and that's the thing I like seeing right here is we can see already when it's time to renegotiate. We're talking 3 years, 63 million, right? So that's 21 a year. Accepting the option would have been 26. So we're saving 5 million right there. And then his interest is so high, we might be able to get him under 20. Like 19.5, right? So then we're saving 6.5 per season, right? Or at least 6.5 over that option for the first year. And so that's that's why we're not accepting the option. So we can just go ahead and just flat out, soon as the season starts, soon week 3 hits, we're just gonna re-sign him as long as his interest stays high, right? And Mozzie's been awesome for us, right? He's got the perf, and then all the stuff that we did to boost him has worked, right? And so yeah, I have no issue there. Him, we got him in a trade anyway, so there's no serious ties. I mean, granted, 4 years, 28, 27 million. That's less than, that's six something a year, right? And he's been good. He is, so, and then he really played well in the playoffs for us, right? So it's like the only reason I would, but it's Carson's turn, right? And then we are drafting that guy that we saw that was a top 5 talent down in I can't remember if he was day 3 or undrafted, projected. We're going after that guy first or second round. I mean, come on now, the top 5. He just has to be there. You know what I'm saying? As long as no other team saw him first, he's just got to be there. So, and then I got to tell you, honestly, this is my favorite part of Madden franchise. This here, this piece here. Sometimes you just want to get through the season so you can do this, right? Playing the games, sometimes is fun, sometimes it's not, because of all the issues that you sometimes face. And so, but this part, they have it. I think they got it down pat, right? I take my hat off to them on this piece here. I mean, yeah, there's things you can do better. There's always things you can do better. You can always do better, right? Don't ever think or put yourself in a situation where you're saying that's you know what? I did my best, but I know I could have did better, right? But the key is you do your best. And this is what they've done. This is the best that we could get right now. And I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at what we're seeing right now. So, like I said, and this is my favorite part. This is truly my favorite part of Madden franchise is the off season. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So I think we got everything. Not exactly ready to I'm just thinking, do I need to look at the college players a little bit more? No, let's get into let's we need more than just we need their we need to get the combine and the pro days going. All right. So, combine results are available. We can sign free agents, but before I do that, now I go into my roster, and this is where we have to clean things up. So, this is what I have on my roster. QB of the future, day one starter. Trey Lance is a bridge quarterback. We're not trading him because we just signed him for an extended period of time. Rush, he's just backup, right? Part of me says, what can we get for him? You know what I'm saying? And then it's sad because it's like, well, if we let him go, we're not going to have another quarterback. What happens if Lance gets hurt? Lance is 26. I mean, well, then, we just won 2 Super Bowls. I think we can, but he's QB of the future, right? And then what's hard is look at the throw power. Okay, look at his Lance. Okay, his morale has got it up to 93. I'm about to say, look at that throw power. And in so many passes where like I felt underthrown, so many low passes, things like that. It was like he just couldn't get the ball there. And then that's pretty high throw power in my opinion. Now this guy, 99 throw power, and that's not with any boost. That just so one of the strongest arms in the league. What I like to do is kind of a what if. All right, so what if we did make him available? What could we get for him? Nothing. Okay, that's all I need to know. He's not costing me an arm and a leg, so it's not like now. This says the savings on Zeke is 4,800, 480,000. Because so basically it's almost a wash, right? We're gonna save 480K, but that's with a penalty of 5 million, right? I don't know that he makes it through training camp. Do I cut him now? Probably not. Just so that I have enough running backs on the roster. But yeah, we have no fullbacks, even though we are spying a fullback in the draft. I just don't know that he'll be there when we get there. A lot of people like to draft fullbacks way earlier than we would want to. Lamb, even though right now it still has him as an X factor, I don't think he will be next season though. But we have Lamb, we have Wilbin, we have Morrison, and then Flournoy, who came on in place of Morrison at the end there, and he's a little older, but I am curious to kind of expand some stuff with him. Right now, his tag is still a day one starter. So I mean, truthfully, look at that day one starter, and then of course award winner, right? But then we got Jalen Brooks, who's a future starter and trade target, right? Young. And then we got a future starter here, and then no tags there, right? And in truth, he fumbled in preseason, we, which makes it like kind of wonder why do we still have him on the team. But let's do this too, real quick, because I mean, it can't hurt anything. I don't think there will be any offers, but you know, let's test the waters. Okay, so Jatavian Sanders, right? Schoonmaker is not going to give us anything, right? Jatavian Sanders, on the other hand, might actually drum up some, I don't know. And then, yeah. Oh, just one. This is interesting, though, because it's Tariq Green. I can counter the offer and say, hey, dude, yeah, you know what? We'll take him, right? Because we do need some depth at safety. But you got to throw in a draft pick, man. At least one. You know what I'm saying? I just like, what do you got? Yeah, like throw in a seventh, man. Give me an extra seventh. I know that kills your draft, but you still got five in the top 109 picks, so not a big deal. But what I do want to see though is since we're in here, we can see kind of what green looks like. All right, so what is his ratings? 87 speed, a little slower than I like, but that is what's his tackle? Tackle 74. That's pretty all right. 69 zone coverage, but that's normally it looks like it probably is at 70, which is about. But then he's a 66 man cover, hit power 86, right? Right. And what we be looking at right now is special teams, right? Decent, all right, catching, all right, all right. 69 ain't bad for a defensive back. Play recognition 75. He's intense, aggressive, penalties balanced, so, and okay. What is his tags? Future starter, day one starter. So let's get back and see what it looks like. All right, so if we advance, now we're like, okay, because Jatavian Sanders, we still got Schoonmaker, right? And in truth, right now, they've basically been kind of the same. So we'll say, yeah, you do this, and we're good. Done deal, right there. We're not asking for a lot, but that extra pick could come in could come in handy. Awesome Richards. I know I said that and then I didn't do anything, right? And the reason being is I wanted to look. Awesome Richards is on the trade block, but let's see. Connor Michael. Hmm. And a seventh round pick. I don't know about that one. Connor Michael's just, and then you're right. He's 23. You know, it's just not moving the needle at all for me, right? Let's see. First, let's look at the Connor Michael. All right, he's a power back. 88 speed is not bad, not great, but not bad. 84 carry, 82 BC vision, 83 trucking, 83 stiff arm, 81 juke move, 82 strength. His catching's not great. Not great, not really our kick returner. Fights for yards. For all hits, he covers the ball. Okay. Now, generally, he's a 70 normal. Hmm. Looks like kind of a, so he's a power back. Okay. Well, I'll tell you what. Tell you what. Throw in a six next year. And you know what? We'll have a deal. Boom. All right. All right. Reason being is because Nathan Thomas, seriously, I don't know. I don't know. Seriously, he can play anywhere on the line, so that's good. Um, Got to be honest with you, I was expecting him to retire, and it's so interesting. This guy, now it's a total wash right now, so we'll save 8 million, but it's going to cost us 8.25 million, right? But I got to be honest with you, it's we got I want him off the books, and I'm ready to move on and replace him. All right, so this one is a little interesting to me, but I won't take it straight up. But what I will do is I will look at the player, Colbert right here, 74 overall, decent run stop, 335, 94 strength, 75 block shed. Okay, okay. 80 play recognition, 82 tackle, slow as all get up, 61 speed. But he's that serious power pig in the middle. In the middle. Okay, so what that means for us is this. Yeah, man, we'll be glad to think about that, right? But you know what? I want a fourth. Okay, see now this because it's Philly for one, and we want to be greedy. They're gonna say no. Oh wait, you don't want to give me the fourth, but guess what? I just so happen to have a couple of extra sevens that I'm willing to throw your way for that fourth. How's that? Done deal. Right there. So now this is what I'm talking about. And this is where it gets kind of fun and I actually enjoy it as long as you got to take it with a grain of salt, but as long as you do your stuff right within reason, right? Um, that what makes me a huge fan of Hurricanes because he won't do outrageous deals, right? It's like it's got to make sense for one, and then two, it's like no, it's got to be. Why did this deal make sense? Well, Lane Johnson just retired. They need a tackle. They need a right tackle. So I could hold them up for a little extra payment on that part, right? And then Steele is an established right tackle. He's not, he's not, all pro or anything, but he's an established good right tackle, right? And it's like, so I can hold you up for a little higher draft pick than maybe you were willing to give, but then I can shoot you two sevens back, right? Because I got a bunch. And it's like, so it's not, it's, I think they may have won the deal because they got a better overall rated player. But I think the fourth round pick for an undrafted free agent lineman that really wasn't even starting for us anymore, getting that money off the books, saving $8 million, and then picking up an extra fourth round pick, I think it was a decent trade off and trade for me, right? Because he wasn't going to start for me. That's a lot of money I'm paying him just to sit around there on the bench. I know it still cost me 8 million to get rid of him, but I saved 8.75 overall. So, um, yeah, and now I got an extra fourth round pick. So I'm pretty stoked about that. Okay, so my line is looking the way that it's going to look right there. That's my defensive ends, my left defensive ends right there. Micah Hope, he's with me. Eric Watts, don't know. He won't keep me from drafting, especially if that one guy that we were looking at is still there in the third or fourth, right? And then moving him from linebacker to defensive end, putting his hand in the dirt. 6'6", 259. Yeah, yeah. Because I'm kind of guessing he's going to be better than Watts, right? And then Hope, with that speed, that size, strength is okay. He could move into D tackle, and be my second three technique. So there you go. So we got Osa, right? We extended Osa already. We got Jawan Briggs, who we extended. So we got our top three defensive line, right? And then we just traded for Colbert, right? Colburn, Bagley, and then Phillips. We're just gonna go ahead and let you go, bro. We're just gonna go ahead and let you go. I know. It did cost us 3 million to let you go, and then because we were a little premature in extending you. The thing is, I think Bagley or Badgley or however you want to pronounce it. Right now, our defensive line is actually looking pretty good, right? We got Briggs for a minute. We're probably going to re-sign Mozzie, depending on how Briggs is coming along, right? But Briggs is he was a good pickup. He was a good trade. And then we got Colbert too. So now we got some pigs, man. We got some power pigs in that on that line now. Okay, Wallace. Yeah, yeah. And then I really like that we have McFadden as our backup, right? I think because he can back up all three positions. He's I love having him, right? Corey Terry, probably I might move him to left outside linebacker just as backup, right? For preseason, but that's pretty much it. Camp body. Kaliki Hudson, he's that backup to the backup, right? And just in case if we lose two linebackers at once, then yeah, he has to come in and try to help out. We've already ended Damone, and that's our guy, right? So that's it. Now, remember we talked about this already. So we got, yeah, we're not 100%, but we know we are drafting a corner, right? So we're bringing another corner into the mix, and that corner is 6'3", right? So we got heights galore going on here, but and it is rough. But you know what we're doing? Let's see what kind of offers we're gonna get. Trent Brown, man, come on, he's 33. Chris Abrams, Drain, 24. Oh, okay, he's not. Ooh, why are you? Well, Deontay Banks would be a thing. Elijah Mitchell, no. Jalen Wright, Jalen Wright. Come on now, come on now. Oh, in truth, I would actually go back to them and say, take that 26 6 round pick and make it a fifth round pick in 27. And Quentin Johnston, I don't need a receiver. McCole Hardman is getting up there in age, but and then look, did we already trade our tight end? I think we traded our tight end. I don't remember now. Nope, there was no offers for Sanders, was there? I don't remember. Look at that. Look at that. Star factor. All right. Mike Williams. I don't want an aging receiver. Cameron James. Ooh. Ooh. All right. Jalen Polk, man. No. Not an aging receiver. Oh, Zach Charbonnet. And a fourth round pick. That makes things a very, very, very difficult there. Right? Because then that's a 1-2 punch in the backfield right there. Sheldon Rivers. Basically the same thing, except we're not getting the same picks, right? And he's 80 overall. Star trait. Randy Stallings, Calvin Ridley, aging receiver, and then Rashard Blake. Okay, so I mean, in truth, it would have been a no, a no, a no. Only thing is, Sheldon Rivers is intriguing, depending on his, but this one is really the one, right? Because then I grab that four, and then I say, can I trade two fours and get up and get a extra, use that to get a third? Or yeah, or maybe even as far as two fours, a seven, and get into the bottom and get an extra second round pick, late second. So now all of a sudden, that's what we're talking about. Oh man, James Cameron is intriguing too, right? Especially since we just um, moved on from two of our tackles, right? He's playing guard, but bring him in, and then you can slide Nathan Thomas out to tackle, and then he's your swing tackle, right? But then again, but he can still play all five positions across the line anyway. Um, I got to look. So 6'2", 321, so a little on the short side a little bit. 77 overall agile, but star rating, 88 strength, 79, basically 80 run block, 80 pass block. Uh, Not bad. Not bad. Sturdy. He's team player, balance penalty, predictable. Let's see. Day one starter is his tags. That is interesting, right? Because the other thing too is you can always slide him as your backup center, right? Right behind BB. So that's one thing I like to do. Um, is I want backups across in every position on the line. I need somebody to back them up. Just uh, What I would want, what I would want is your third next year. So yeah, that's what I want. Okay. Oh dang, I didn't know I was gonna back out all the way. Mhm. All right. So we know they weren't serious about what they wanted, and I know third is a little high. It's a little high. Yeah, I got you. I feel you. In truth, I thought they were offering a fourth next year, which is why I bumped it to third. So, but you don't want to play ball? I don't know. Let's look at this guy real quick. Who are you? Oh shoot. All right, 93 speed, 92 acceleration, change of direction, 93. All right, strength. All right, strength. 86 kick return. Oh, hmm. You're the 51st rank halfback in the league. That one, I don't know if you're offering much. Okay, so um, we'll back out one more time. Because the thing is, I know what we're getting with Charbonnet. Um, so the two most intriguing ones is Rivers, Charbonnet. But the problem with the Charbonnet one is, if I'm not mistaken, this might be his final season. So we would have to re sign him. So we'd only get him a year. Polk would be 2 seasons. See, Jalen Wright is intriguing as well. All right, let's view his card. Let's see. 93, 93, 88 change of direction. He's stronger. So he's not a kick returner. All right, let's go back. All right, you know what though? You're offering a sixth and a seventh next year. I'll tell you what, make that next year. Make, oh, sorry. Make next year's, instead of a seventh, make it a fifth. And then we can strike a deal. A deal. All right. Melifonwu. Did I re-sign Wanye? Oh my goodness. I'm still mad at Wanye. That block punt. No, it wasn't a block punt. That roughing the kicker call really irked me. Yeah, I know. I hold grudges. Let's see. So we resign, and then Ariza. All right, so this is what we're looking at right now. Oh, we got two. Oh my gosh, we got the number 2 pick in the second round. So we picked 32nd, then we pick turn right back around and pick 2 picks later, right? All right, so we got how many picks in the top 100? Holy schmoly, we got one, two, three. 6 picks in the top 100. And then look at that. We got four, I'm sorry, 3 fourth round picks, 3, 6. Part of me wants to bundle some of this up. There's too many players. I don't want that many. I don't want to pick that many times. Part of me wants to take this Cleveland pick along with one of these fours and possibly 2 6s and see if I can take and get that into the middle of the second round. Should I try it? Let's see. All right. So what we want to do is we want to take the third, the fourth. How about this? Nope, nope. All right. So a 3, 4, a 6, and a 7. Wait. Let's look real quick here. And a 6 next year. Yep. All right. First, this is what we're gonna do. I just want to see. You're always gonna get some offers. So let's see who's offering what. All right. So Sammy Clayton. Nope. 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 Mm-mm. Well, that one kind of comes close. You see, what I'm doing is I'll move down 2 spots, and then I'll get a seventh next year, and then but I get Kamal Haddon. You see that? This one, nope, Zaire Sellers. Really? Okay. Instead, all right. So what we're gonna do is I want a middle second round pick. That's a little high, right? And then I don't think I can get a middle second round pick, but I think I could move up to an early third, right? So the question is, do I? Let's do this. I think I can get it to the late second. Let's see. Did I do enough? No, but now I know where I stand. You see? So I know where I stand now. So I don't think you can get a second round pick at all, right? So that really does put the Bears into play with that early third. Let's see what the Cardinals are thinking. Let's see what they're thinking. Ooh, so close. So close. Am I willing to just add in a little bit more? No. But I am willing to go to 35. Not 35. There it is. 37. All right. So 69 pick overall. Overall 69 there. Let's see. Boom. Who did I trade with? The Commanders. Oh my gosh. All right. So what that did was roster, and let's look again. Oh, dang. So now we have. Now, did I reduce the number of picks I have in the first round? I don't think so. I'm sorry, not first. in the top 100. I still have 6 picks in the top 100. But now what I have is I have the end of the first round, second pick of the second, end of the second round, and then I have the fifth pick in the third, end of the third round, and then I have the second pick in the fourth, and then end of the fourth round. So I'm not mad at that, right? Because basically the second, third, and fourth round, I'm turning right back around after my previous round pick and picking again right at the beginning, right? Right at not again, yeah, early, picking early, like soon after, and that is pretty decent, I think. And then that affords us the ability to say, okay, I think we can get this guy. So with that all set up there, right? Might as well do what you can, right? Our roster is looking the way we want. And let's some see what the combine looks looking like. All right. So I want my favorites combine, and then I want projections. So 443, nice. Look at this one, 447. Right, Marquise Sweet of 6'5", 216, running 437. Nice. There, look at this one, Forney, right? 445. Yes, I am a total speed dude, right? Makes a world of difference. Reuben Franklin has become very intriguing now. 434, 6'2", 223, right? Look at this guy. Quentin Campbell, 6 foot, 206, 441. Okay. Roper, uh-oh. My wife is texting me. Let's see what it says. All right. Let's see. I mean, I can look at more, but right now I'm just looking at the speeds, just trying to get an ideal. Um, there's our guy. That was the guy. 449. Not bad, not bad. He's only 21. So that's who they have us going after. But then let me look here. Here was our first guy. 433. Round one projected. He's projected round two, three, but talent, according to ours, is round one. You know, and then I think I know I've said this before, and I probably said it last season. What would really be cool, right, is if they brought back the ability to remember, I forget which iteration it was, but you could hire your agencies to do your board and recruiting and stuff like that. Not recruiting, but you know what I mean. Scouting agencies, and then based on their quality and everything, that would factor into basically the how accurate it would factor into the accuracy of these projections and talent and stuff like that. you know the 40 times the bench and all that type stuff, that's that, and that's a given, right? You are what you are. But the ratings, as far as catching and stuff like that, there should be like an accuracy variation there depending on how good your scouts are. And that would be so cool that if you could get to that, right? Or get back to that, where so this round one talent projection based on 95% scouting, right? How accurate is that? If you have the best scouting department in the league, it should be very close, almost dead on, right? But if your scouting department is a little sus and you're not doing a very good job of scouting, right? Eh, maybe you could be a little off. Maybe you could be a round or two off. And then so that would be cool. That would be really cool. Oh goodness. All right. Okay. So there's one more guy I want to check. 6'6", 295. Okay, about to say 493. You better be around 300 pounds. Where's my other guy? Um, all right, so this was the three. Yeah, no, see, he's not doing it for me. 453. Top five. There it is. 442. Okay, so he doesn't have the speed of. I think the guy's name was Burks, but 442 ain't bad. I'm not mad at that. Right? With that height, but for some reason he's still a top five. So somewhere down the line, somewhere so in his other things. So bench 16, vert almost 40 inches, 39.2. What's that? 10 feet 5 inch broad. Let's see, three cone, 6'7". It's okay. My quarterback did. Oh, there it is, the 20-yard shuttle. Okay. No, that's really good. That's really good. But say my quarterback did a four. Was it a 4-2 20-yard shuttle? I imported a quarterback into Madden PC and my Road to Glory quarterback, and he did a either a 4-4 or a 4-2 three cone. Yeah, he ran a 4.640, which was crazy. I was like, what? It's like I didn't know he had that speed in college. like it's like he wasn't a dual threat, right? He could run if he needed to, but he wasn't running all over. But I think that was more by play style than his actual abilities, right? So it was just funny. I'm like 4.60. Wow, that's not bad for a quarterback. All right. Um, let's see. Where was he? Where was he? So yeah, Burks, 6 foot, and he was a 4.33. 16 on the bench still, 36.6 on that. Just under 10 feet. Nope. Is that? Okay. So this is either 11.6 or 116 inches. 120 inches is 10 feet. I have to assume this is really 11.6, so 11 and a half. So the other guy was 125. That's 12 feet 5 inches. That's what I'm thinking, right? I don't know what the record is for it. Um, there's 11.1, there's 12.9, there's 12.1. That's kind of how I'm reading it. It could be because what you're telling me is like this guy here. He either jumped 10 feet 1 inch, right? And then I don't know what the standard is, but I'm thinking I'm expecting more around 11 feet. No, 10 feet, I think. This has to be 10. So this guy would be 9 feet 10 inches, right? That's kind of how I'm reading it. So, but he is a quarterback. This guy would be 10 feet 9 inches, right? Which means, though, 12 feet would be 144, 13 feet would be 132. And that means no one came. Well, people got close to 11 feet, but no one went over 11 foot, right? And the question is, does that make sense? Does that seem right? So, yeah, so if that broad jump is in inches, everybody's around 9, 10 feet, right? With a few people going over 10 feet, but that's it. 10 feet, 9 inches looks like the longest. Um, and if is that the way, is that right? I don't know. Okay, so that's what we're looking at right now. All right, let's look at free agents. And I got to be honest with you, you know, I don't know that we're actually going to be able to get the draft done. I originally wanted to get the draft done in this episode, but the draft takes a minute. And that's why Hurricanes off seasons are like 2, 3 hours long, and he does a stream just says, "Let's just get in here and do it." It's harder with making you guys just sit here and watch a video for 2, 3 hours. Okay, so I really I like Zach Tom. I don't like his strength, right? Um, Jordan Jalen Phillips is awesome, but you look what he's looking for. He's looking for almost 20 million a year. Look at our cap room. We did manage to get our cap room up to 40 million, right? We knew we were going to be hurting a little bit, and then with the moves we made, we got our cap room. We increased our cap space to 40. Pierce, I don't know that we need anyone. Um, I always liked Adafio away. The problem is I don't know if I want to pay him 12 million a year. Oh my goodness. You've absolutely got to be kidding me. If I was running a franchise other than the Cowboys with the receiving core that we have right now, he I would absolutely just sign him right there. Boom. 98 speed, and in the way we can use him, he will be a superstar X Factor 90 overall by the time we're done. You know what I mean? And it 25 years old. That's all he is. 25. Emerson is appealing to me, but no. This one is yeah, all day. But I got uh, would I put CD in a slot, put Wilbin out at at the X and then let him be the other guy? Would I do that and then see what happens? Then all of a sudden now I'm paying quite a bit to my receiving core. Um, that is something to consider though. Christian Watson, intriguing. There's Tolbert. There's Juszczyk. Mm, I don't know. I'm not seeing a lot of potential. Anybody that's really jumping off the screen at me, and it's kind of like I'm feeling like it's like that saying that we keep hearing. We like our guys. You know what I mean? It just Just seems like, yeah, there's just no one's moving the needle for me, right? Like I'm looking at them and going, "Oh, that's intriguing. Oh no." Again, a Jabbo, another one that I always like. You know. Now I gotta be honest with you. If I was playing a 3-4, um, he would certainly be in play, right? If anything, for good depth, right? Isaiah Likely, not interested in us though. This is good depth, but not at 7 million a year. He's already got two offers on the table. We don't know if they've undercut him. N'Kobe Dean is interesting to me. If I were to take him, I'd be moving. I would move him over to weak side linebacker. So I wouldn't even. So I wouldn't even be interested in him at middle, but I'd move him to the will. It's just for how much is he looking for? 5.5, 6 million. I just don't see it. Now Zamir White, if he's still on the, if he doesn't get picked up in free agency and he's still there when the season, when preseason starts, he wouldn't be a bad sign. Mm, all right, so what I do is I come here, Ritter, um, 6'6", 245. If he's still out there when his what's his throw power? 93. Yeah. See if he's still out there. Right now, 4 million a year? No. No, not right now. Running backs. Nope. That one's interesting. Isaiah Spiller. Um let's see. Yeah, I'm not gonna go much further down than that. So nope. But Isaiah Spiller is someone to keep an eye on, just in case, we don't get a running back in the draft and we need another body. Um, Dunn. Seth Dunn is also someone to keep an eye on. And Farley. Problem with this right now is there's potentially a decent fullback in the draft. So yes, we're gambling to see if we can get to him, right? Because we're not going to go out of our way to get him, but if he's there when the timing seems right, then yeah. All right. Tight ends. So you can see the first young tight end that's interested in us is Ruckert. right? But there's also Brevin Jordan. How long has that guy been in the league already? He must have came in really young. That is something actually to consider. All right, so let's see. Anybody that we're seriously interested in? Gillespie. Gillespie's under the size that we like, but then there's all right. Where's the strength? Okay, so Jackson Carmen. Okay. Hmm. No one interested in us. I don't blame them though, because I'm thinking that no matter what, you want to go somewhere where you can start. Now, he's got no offers. He's only 23. He's got decent speed for a lineman. Change of direction isn't that great, but he's got good strength and awareness. And here's the thing. So, what we're going to do is we're going to say, okay, we'll give you 2 and 1.5, right? And then seeing that that's your age, it's not the greatest, right? But it's something. All right. Why didn't we just come in here and look at the center straight here because here's the first young one, right? That's somewhat interested. Um, Burford is smaller than what we like. Like I said, I always like Natani Moody, and he could potentially be an option. He's only 27. Hmm, we'll think on that one. Thayer Munford, 80. His strength just isn't there. He's interested, but dude, I need you to be stronger, man. All right, let's see. What about this guy? Kerry Stewart, 6'5", 333. You know why he's not interested? Because he know I would just slide him inside. But that strength doesn't. There it is. You see this? Right now, he'd be hired. I, and then the problem that I have there, and if and I feel bad for him, is I don't know that he's a bust. I don't know that he would be a bust had he gone to a team that knew how to use him, right? 6'7", 350, and it could be his work ethic, right? It could be. It could be. I just don't know, and you have a hard time convincing me that someone with that talent and athletic ability that you couldn't figure out how to make it so that he um, worked out better for you, right? And so it's kind of like one of those situations. Is he the bust or is it the team, and their inability to get the best out of him? Basically, did the team set him up to fail? Or is he a much better athlete than it shows because the team has no clue, because the team has issues, right? The team itself has issues. And the first thing that gets me is like, why would you move him to the right side? You have two. Was the other tackle that much better? And apparently he was or is, because if I'm not mistaken, he's still there with them. Thing is this: he's looking for 9.5, $10 million a year. He doesn't want to be with us, right? And it's like, I'm not going to pay you $10 million to be my swing tackle, but because you're not right now going to replace anybody. So I just think, what a waste. Like this guy, he could be our swing tackle at 4 million a year. Um, See, I think these guys would still be there next off season, right? Not off season, but in the what's the name? So sometimes, uh, I hit the wrong button. So sometimes it's a shame because you're like sitting there going like, the is it the player or is it the team that just couldn't figure out what to do with the player, right? Figure out how to get the best out of them, right? And that's always the risk. Is like, yeah, well, you might be the best, considered the best player in the draft or one of the best players, but if you go to a team that can't use you or can't use you correctly or take advantage of your skill set, then, you know, like when the Cowboys took Micah Parsons, right? There was no talk about his pass rush ability, right? Nobody knew about that. It was discovered after he got here that, hey, wait a minute, this guy's got some potential here. Let's go ahead and due to injury and stuff like that, let's go ahead and see what we can do. See if he can do anything there. And then all of a sudden, it's like, boom, open the floodgates. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh wow, there's all kinds of potential here as a pass rusher. And that is really a team taking a look at a player and saying, okay, let's see what we got. Let's see what this guy can do for us. And it's also a situation like right now, look at Darnold. Look at how Darnold isn't lighting the world on fire, but he is proving to be an extremely serviceable quarterback for now with the Vikings, right? He's playing all right, you know? And so then that makes you wonder, well, then was it his situation in New York? Was it his situation in Carolina? One of the things is a friend of mine, he's a very big Minnesota fan, and I told him, I said, just watch out, man. I said, just watch out because when he was with Carolina that one year, I think the first three games, they were either 2-0 or 3-0 until they went in and played the Cowboys. And then all of a sudden, everything went sideways, you know. And, Darnold was using his legs and feet and everything just like he is now. And then they met the Cowboys, and that was it. That was all she wrote. So it's like, Kenny Pickett, right? Is it that he's not a good quarterback, or is the situation that he was in just not conducive to him getting any better and being a better, a good quarterback? So you can't give coaches passes based on certain things, right? Like I got a coach that's a defensive coach, defensive minded coach, right? And has won a Super Bowl. And I'm talking about like the Steelers, right? Don't get me wrong. I love Mike Tomlin to death. But he's a defensive minded coach. What is he bringing out in the quarterback, right? And then so the question is, what was the OC doing? What was the quarterback coach doing? And then why couldn't you guys figure something out or figure out how to get the best out of Kenny Pickett? Same with Robert Sala, right? Defensive minded coach, right? So what about his OC and his quarterback coach and everything? What were you doing? What to figure out how to get the best out of, oh my God, Zach Wilson? You know, Is he a bust, or just did he went into the worst possible situation for him? And in truth, sometimes that's really what it looks like. It looks like, well, yeah, I don't know that he was a bust, but I know he wasn't in the best situation for him, right? Because he didn't have someone there to really hone and work through his skill set, right? And then some quarterbacks transcend, you know, their OC in a sense, right? It's like, well, it doesn't matter which OC, it doesn't matter what scheme you put me in, right? I'm going to thrive there. But then there's some quarterbacks that it really does matter. And I think sometimes the arrogance of the coach comes into play where they're like, well, I run a scheme and then you have to conform to my scheme. And it's like, well, then why did you bring this player in for it? You should have shot that down instantly and said, he doesn't fit my scheme. He doesn't have the qualities or the abilities that we would need for someone to play in my scheme. Don't come back going, well, I can modify or whatever. Well, did you? You know what I mean? Did you modify it enough so that they could thrive? And so it's like, I don't know. It's the hit or miss too is the coaches, right? And their abilities. So, all right. So I ranted enough on that. If you notice, I'm going through here and I'm sitting there and literally the statement, we like our guys. It's just going over and over in my head right now. We like our guys, man, because I'm like, no one is like making me want to pull the trigger right now. And this is the thing that we knock the Cowboys for every offseason. It's like they don't pull a trigger on anybody. They don't do anything. They just sit back and everybody does these crazy signings, these splash signings um and they just sit back and do nothing. And then you're like, "What did you do?" Nothing. And then we're like, "No wonder." And then it's like, "Well, cuz we like our guys." And it's like, "Well, I can't argue with that right now cuz no one's intriguing me to the point where it's like, yeah, I'm gonna get rid of whoever. I'm going to I'm gonna I'm gonna hit on him real quick. Not hit on him, but all right. So you see, Marquise Bell is our strong safety. Jordan Howden is off the practice squad, I think, at the backup. So so what I am gonna do is I'm gonna say this, right? Do I want to pay him 4 million? He's young. Do I really want to go 5 years? I think I do. I think I do. All right. And then we're going to come back and we're going to see in a minute that maybe I didn't need to do that either. Let's see. All right. Top 100. Okay. So now let's come over here. Targeted. Look at that. I targeted two players, 270 overall players. That's it. That's it. Right. So you can never hear me say, um, you know, um, so all right. Just got distracted by something. Sorry about that. So yeah, I like we like our guys because this is all I got, right? And if they sign, they sign. If they don't, they don't. I mean, at this point, I'm not even gonna do the yeah. It's that's it, right? Let's get on. Let's move on. let's get let's at least get our pro days done. Okay, so we got our last final fifth mock draft. Um, First thing that we're going to do though is we're going to look at the available free agents, and what we want to look at is signed, right? actually my signings, and they both signed. Boom. So now we have our two signings, our obligatory signings during free agency, right? Since that's what the Cowboys do. They sign one or two fringe players and figure this out. Okay. So let's see. Let's look at the mock draft real quick. All right. So it pretty much right there, the top five picks look the same. All right. So you got Marcus Swede going to the Commanders. That's something of note to really keep track of because that means some speed on the outside, speed and size, 6'5". All right. So then you're looking at the Jets getting a pretty fairly large quarterback there, 6'6", 227. Um, oh, the Cardinals moving up in quarterback size as well. That is interesting because if I'm not mistaken, did I change? Yes, it did change. Okay, it doesn't look the same. I thought it did. The Cardinals have decided they want the quarterback and they will use their third overall pick on a quarterback instead of a tight end. Whereas since they lost their quarterback, the Titans says, "Hey, well, we'll go for corner instead of quarter." Wow. Wow. And then the Steelers said, "Hey, you know what? We need a quarterback also." What in the world is going on here? And the Seahawks. And look at this. Now they have us looking at this guy and eight. He has an A rating in tackle, block shed B, power moves B. He's 6'4", 312. Physical player who delivers bone crushing hits, loves to utilize a spin move as a counter move. Um, well, you utilize a spin as a counter move, not move. Okay. Has a swift arm over motion or arm over move in his arsenal, right? And will utilize power and leverage to bull through. So he has bull rush, swim, and spin, is what they're trying to tell us. Has a motor that runs through the whistle, so he's a high motor guy. Often looks to rip the ball, so he will strip. Shows good discipline and won't get flagged much. All right. What's the physicals? That's decent. That's decent. That's three technique though. There's three technique stuff in my opinion, right? 33 reps on the bench, 484 40, right? Um, but look at that. He's got good acceleration, good agility, solid change of direction, decent jumping, great speed, and good strength. So yeah, the speed is pretty good. And look at that. A tackle, B power moves, B play recognition, B block shedding, B awareness, B impact blocking, which really doesn't do anything here. But okay. So he might be something that we look at and one of our three, right? Um, yeah. And then I don't know that much has changed here. So um, we go to Pro Day, Pro Day, yep, and then do this, and then come down and look at our guys, and then the two that we've been looking at and that we really are concerned with. First is Burks, 43040. All right. And then let's see. Oh, who's this guy? Billy Preston. Brian Preston. Is that the one we were looking at? I can't remember his name now. Yeah, that's the one. Look at that. So 440. And it's pro day. And then you also have Zach Walden, 450, just pro day. I'm trying to remember what's his name guy. Look at this one. 438 for James Belton. I thought there was one more guy. Oh, there it is. I went right by him. McDonald, Chris McDonald, first round talent, 471. So not the fleetest of foot, right? As far as end is concerned, but not bad, right? I like his size though, 6'6", 259. What else is there? Oh, oh, I think we're sold. I think we're sold. 32 bench. Uh, 32 bench. Ooh, look at it. Look at the broad jump too. 12.3. So not 12.3, but 123. So is that 10.3? It's one or the other. 695 three cone, which isn't bad, and a 4.4 20-yard shuttle. Not bad at all. I think we're sold on that. And what we would do is we would actually shoot to get him at the end of the second or beginning of the third. Tell you the truth, why? Because you don't want to play around with it. If you know you got a guy you like, and you know that your talent is saying that he should be a first rounder, well, you know, don't play around with it. Don't say, okay, well, since he's undrafted, I might be able to get him in the sixth or seventh, and then somebody grabs him in the fifth on you. It's like, well, if he's a first round talent and I grab him in the second or grab him at the beginning of the third, it's still, a steal. All right. All right, let's see what we got. Um, all right, so we got mock draft done. We're not going after any more players. We're gonna go to stage 3, and then we don't need to sign any more players. I think we are just done. We might as well just move on. Pacheco signed with the Bills. Okay. All right, we're moving on. We're moving on to recap. All right, free agency recap. We're just gonna check to see who all signs and where. Just look at the top ones. So Pacheco signed with the Bills. Phillips is with Jacksonville. Batonio's with Tampa. Tom went with the Patriots. Cleveland, New Orleans, Green Bay. Owe went to Tampa. Arizona. Jameson Williams went to New Orleans. Just what we needed. Mhm. Gilmore is with the Jets. Quincy Williams is Tennessee. Mike Evans isn't ready to hang him up yet, and so he's with the Jets. Jalen Thompson with Arizona. Ben Ginkle with Seattle. The Honey Badger went to the Jets. Kyler Gordon went to Tennessee. Hey, Jalen Tolbert. He is now with the Bills. He and Pacheco. Oh, man. Are you serious? Did you see this? So Christian Watson, 96 overall, 96 speed, and Jameson Williams, 98 speed, right? It's like, who do you try to cover? You know what I'm saying? It's like, well, we could try to keep up with Christian Watson. Uh, Isn't that crazy? Oh my goodness. All right. I've seen enough. Oh my goodness, New England, New Orleans, man. What in the world are you trying to do here? All right, so let's go ahead and select our private workouts. Um, See, this is the crazy part to me right here, right? And then if this in this board here, if they gave it to you, you can't do it here. But this is the board that you used to be able to adjust, right? You can't do that now. So, but what I can do is I can go to my favorites, and then I gotta whittle through my favorites because it's not in the right order. I don't believe. All right. So, where's my tackle? I don't think we're gonna go after him because I don't think we need. Um. Ooh, this is intriguing, but I don't know that he would be there. So there's Jeremy Barton. I don't think you get 40 points. So I don't know if he was 65. I think we get enough, but I don't know that you get 40. Um, let's just keep looking here. Roper, Lambert. So there's Eason. We're gonna do that. We are gonna do that. Uh, See here where you got you round 2 and 3, day 3, and then your UDFAs. So they're not in order. So you're really kind of saying, okay, who do I want to look at, right? And then so in this case, though, we do want to look at one of these running backs. Which one? I don't know. I don't know. I don't remember. I thought he was down towards the bottom, though. I liked his height and size. So that tells you right there where this isn't very scientific. So there's not a lot of science involved here in this particular putting together this board or figuring out who we want to look at. Don't get me wrong, because right now Rose is coming to mind. It's just that that's not the size that I usually think on um, when I'm trying to figure out. Uh, oh, yeah, he's 60. All right, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. And then, do I didn't write down any wide receivers, but I did write down a couple of linebackers that might be intriguing. Thomas and Barnett. So we'll go over. We'll look at where Thomas and Barnett are. Let's see. So Paul Thomas, 6'3", 235, run stopper, tight end. And then I really like the 6'4", 238, Stephon Barnett. We will do that. We will confirm. All right. Nothing we can do here, but I'm going to advance the week. So we are going to move right to the week of the draft. Maybe we can get this draft done in a little bit, and I'll just have to beg forgiveness. All right. So we're going to come in here. We're going to look at our prospects. And then let's go to favorites. Let's look at Pro Day. And then let's. All right. So, first up, where are you? 100%. Nope. I thought, what? Are you telling me I'm not going to know? All right, fine. Let's go to running backs. Let's see. Oh, look at this. Look at that. Finally. Finally. Now you can tell if you favorited somebody. Good on you. Oh. Whoa. Did you see this? Okay, 22. That's not bad. Not the strongest, but 22 ain't bad. With a 4-4, we'll take that. 683 ain't bad. Ain't bad. 411, 20 yard shuttle. Okay. All right. I ain't mad at that. But a first round guy, that's a little sus. All right. Here we go. Let's see. What makes a first round guy? All right. Round one and two. Okay. Ooh. Who's this guy? McKenzie. 455. Wait a minute. 453. Oh, that's Thomas. Okay. And then we got a 454. Uh-oh. Wait. I think we got something right here. All right, so day three. This is a pass coverage, so he would be a will, probably. Uh, let's see. Oh, and I got a 449. Hold on, 443. Holy cow! There's guys all over the place. All right, Thibodeau, but he was day three. 443, 449, 446. You see, I'm completely enamored with speed at the linebacker position. I want somebody that can, charge in, right? So 457 ain't bad, especially for 6'4". And then he's got good strength though, right? Not as strong as this guy up here. What guy? Thomas, who also has good size. This guy's got some good strength too. Roderick Bryant. Oh, and look, he's 6'4". These guys are kind of like your inside linebackers on a 4-3, though, right? You want them to be big and strong, decent speed. Not they're not barn burners like this guy here or this guy or this guy. All right, let's see what we got. Okay. All right. I do want to move over here real quick. I want to look at these corners real quick if I can. Who's this guy? Dwayne Hollowell. He's too small for us, though. Who's this guy? Forney. Yeah, he's not gonna be there. Quentin Campbell. hmm Look at this one, Lance Webster. I don't even know. I don't even know if he was on our list. Is he? Nope, not even on our list. 430. Holy cow! Look at this one. Burks is the one we've been looking at. Upshaw, not much. Not liking the speed on that one. Kinsey, all right. You see, I mean, there's a method to our madness. We haven't picked a lot of guys we pick are pretty okay. That one's not. Oh shoot, Quincy Manning. All right, but oh, there's our talent right there. 3, 4. Look at this one. Oh no, we didn't even. He was a little small, smaller than what we like, so we don't. So what we usually like to do is just we like tall. corners, but a lot of times the hard part is finding tall corners that are fast. I mean, it's doable, but it's like when you find them, like most of your really fast guys, like right here, this guy is 6'1", 447. This one's 6'1", 454. Look at this one, 6'2" though, but 455. Uh-oh, wait, what's this one? 6'39", 5'10", of course. 6'2". Hey, that's not bad. Yeah, see. All right. So, all right. Let's just look at this one guy real quick here, though. Where is he? Jeremy Barton. It's 4'6", 16 reps. Not so bad. Not so bad. And this guy, look at this guy. A little undersized. I wouldn't put him at strong. I'd put him at free. But not bad. Not bad. Okay. So there we have it. And you know what? And then I always do this. I can't help myself. We are going to, just in case something goes wrong, we got to back up. All right. Uh, Start the draft. Start the draft. Start drafting.
Every career starts as a dream.
Now we've seen this already.
That someday you'll join the greats and line up next to them on the same field in the same league. That dream required incredible sacrifice just to even make it to this point. For the coaches and teams of this league, they dream of the right player that changes everything for their franchise.
It's funny. Oh no, he was Mr. Irrelevant, right? Purdy was Mr. Irrelevant. He wasn't undrafted.
To Madden's NFL Draft.
All right. See, right here, I think the setting is um like I am gonna hold the skip and then I'm gonna X pause draft. Okay. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna skip, advance to the next pick. We don't want to see the player. Well, we don't want to see that. Skip. We're just going to advance to the user pick and then we'll look at everything. All right, so there we have it. CJ Bush, quarterback, Nick Watson, right tackle. Uh, oh, McClendon, quarterback to the Cardinals. McLean, cornerback to the Titans. 6'5" Marcus Sweet to the skins to the Commanders. Um, Dwayne Holloway, cornerback to the Bears. Tight end to the Chargers. Quarterback Calcutta to the Giants. Quarterback Dempsey to the Lions. And Jacobs tackle to the Falcons. Anybody else? Steelers took a quarterback, and so did the Seahawks. Randy Herbert. All right, so it's our turn. We're not trading. We're going to make our selection. We did all our trading in the off season. Do I need to? No, I'm going to leave it right here. So this is intriguing to me because you see here, if these guys drop into the third, I would seriously consider them. Just not sure, right? I don't see why not. But they would have to drop to the third. So the first guy for me is, we need a tackle. Um, we could always use, oh dang, right? But then we know, and let's just do this real quick. Can we get okay? So look at this. So right now we know Lance Webster is a top five. Burks is round one, right? We've been looking at Burks. We got round three, four, round one, two. The problem being is I don't think that is correct. And this is why I don't think it's correct. Look at that. Brian Preston didn't show up over there. And I think that's because that was only going to sort by the top 50 that was showing there. And that doesn't include everybody. So here are the guys we like. And you can see all these guys are first rounds. Not these guys, but this one's the top five. Do we take them? This one is the linebacker. This one is we're not taking. Um, that's going to change my board real quick here. And then, so for us, it's either going to be Burks or Preston. And I'm leaning towards Burks right now. Preston is fully scouted, so let's view his card. Savvy defender, often looks, shows good discipline. 4-2, 4-4-2, 4-4-0, 39. So he's better jump, better everything. He's got elite acceleration, elite agility. He's got, oh man, look at those skills. A catching, A kick return, A press, A tackle, A man coverage. So those are all 80s. That's just crazy. All right. And then you got, um, come on, really? Oh, okay. So yeah, you got to sort. All right. So then I come down here. Then we got Burks, right? Now Burks is already highly up there. He's same here. 4-3-3, 4-3. Same strength. Just a little less on the divert and the broad jump, and he's a little bit slower in the 20-yard, right? Solid acceleration. Solid acceleration, and he runs a 4-3. Come on now. He's not fully scouted, so we don't have everything, but we got A block shedding, A catching still. He's not as good of a kick returner. He's got B zone coverage, B tackle, B press, B man coverage, and then C play rec. So in truth, it's like, what do we do? And why did I get out of there like that? So make your selection. So it's kind of funny. Which one do we decide? Um, I got to be honest with you. We'll go to favorites, and then we're gonna go back to talent. He's a top five pick. We got to do it. We got to do it. I like the color of his coat. So another 6'3" guy. A. He's number four in true value. I got him at 32. All right. Let's see. Um, number four. Holy cow. All right. So we're gonna skip ahead. We're gonna advance the next pick. Why? Because we have the next pick. We're gonna make our selection. Who do we want? Oh, look at this. Clifton Kendrick was the pick off the board. Um, what is this guy looking at? 38 reps. That's kind of decent. What is this guy looking at? We we need a tackle. 36 reps. So everything he's got elite strength. That's what they say. And then his skills: A, impact blocking; A, lead block; A. But he's not a. Don't know. I don't see that about him. Hold on. Let me see if what my favorites look like. All right, based on projection. So these would be the two. I decided that I wanted this guy above this guy, but this guy has fallen a little bit in the ranks compared. And then what was he? Right, good speed, BD, but he's A awareness, A impact, A run block. So he would be nice on the right side, I think. Do we wait around? We're in the second. Do we wait till the end of the second to see if he's still there? If we do, then who would we take right now? There's Burks. We could take Burks. We could double dip right there, especially with the 4-3. Who's this guy? Hicks. A little short. Um, nope. Neat. I mean, at this point, we are. You know what? Screw it. Let's see what we get. Yeah, don't get cocky over there. Yeah, you better become ready to play. So this was a B. He was 18 in true value. We got him at 34. Nice. Good awareness, reaction as a defender, leverages great technique in man coverage, will make plays in zone coverage. All right, all right. I'll take that. I'm not gonna don't. All right, so let's get on to the next one. On to the next. All right, advance to next user pick. There we go. I'm looking for quarterbacks. Any more quarterbacks off the board? Because in truth, that really makes our first third round pick very intriguing. All right, this one isn't going to be intriguing. Let's see. Do we see Klein? Is Klein off the board? He is not off the board. I don't see him. There he is. He's off the board. And I think I also saw, is it Bullocks? Yeah, Javante Bullocks off the board as well. One went 38, the other one went 40. So what do we got left? Okay, so favorites. All right. Ruben Franklin. You know what? You got to show me something. You got to show me something that I can use. Okay, so now let's do this. All right. So Ruben Franklin, 4'3", 6'2", 223. And then you see the quarterbacks are still there, but and then oh shoot, we got some deep some tackles here. They're around, but Ruben Franklin's still a first round projection, right? Let's take a look at him. He's a physical receiver, needs work on simple concentration drops, exceptional body control, fights for every single inch as a runner, no issues climbing the ladder, avoids big hits, excels at creating yards after the catch, but he lacks discipline, resulting in, well, that doesn't matter really. 4-3, 21 reps. Okay. A spectacular catch, A break tackle, A catch in traffic, B release, B deep route. I think at that point I don't need to say don't need to say anything more. It's like okay, okay, come on, calm down, calm down, calm down. No need showboating. B minus. Oh, okay. But he was ranked 44. We got him at 64, so I'm not disappointed in that. Catches will regularly make top 10 highlight reels. Okay, quiet, soft hands that catch everything. I ain't mad at that. I ain't mad at that. I'm feeling pretty good. Okay, so we are in fifth pick. All right, skip ahead to next user pick, and what we're looking for is those tackles, and I think they all went off the board. God dang it. All right, let's take a look. Pick player. Okay. Here, wait, here, and then here. Okay, so the quarterbacks are still there. Now we're dipping. Nope. A Johns was one of the ones we were looking at. A 6'7", 320. He's got 31 on the bench, 28 vertical. And do we feel comfortable letting those quarterbacks slide to the bottom of the third? Um, we certainly do. Mr. Johns, welcome to the Dallas Cowboys. All right, we can skip this. C pick. Oh, shoot. Oh, shoot. All right, so there was our first reach of the draft. Won't be overwhelmed by power, easily deciphers incoming threats. Former high school power forward. Okay, that's disappointing. Okay, skip ahead to next user pick. All right, we're just looking, and then now let's make our selection. Make your selection. Pick player. Right off the board, we've got two quarterbacks that have been sitting there pretty much first round quality. Um, let's go to our favorites. Let's look at our pro day, and then let's do this. But first, let's do this. Let's do this. All right, we still got some number one. All right, we got Barnett, we got Rose, and we got McDonald. And yeah, I'm not worried about Walden, right? Uh, but these three potentially need to start coming off the board for us, right? Because that's what we're really looking at here, right? Do we want to take our chances? I mean, what kind of need do we have at these positions? Um, let's go back here. All right, there we go. All right, so you got them. What else do we have here? So you got Jones, who's a speed rusher, 6'1", 262, out of Wake Forest, 25 reps. Not great, but not bad. Um, Great speed though. And then you got Sawyer, Brian Sawyer. We said no to. Didn't we say no? Yeah, because his talent is showing to be worse than his projection. We got these guys, Shaden Green. But then we have Sharper, 458. But then Gardner, 449. right? But he's a day three, so we don't need to go down this far unless we know that their talent is going to. All right, so this is the last pick of the third round. I think we're turning right back around and picking again. Um, the second pick of the. Okay, so right now, nobody. All right, so which one? Barnett, McDonald, or Rose? I'm gonna go McDonald, straight one. Yeah, there we go. Another B pick. All right. Ranked number 20. And we got him at 96. Yes, yes. High football IQ. Played college basketball for 2 years. I don't really care about that. But hey, ranked number 20 overall. Come on now. All right, so we're going to skip this next pick. And they selected. Who did they select? Let's see. Green. Shaden Green. Hey, we were just talking about that guy. Right outside. No, were we? I don't remember now. All right, so we're gonna make our selection. Guess what? Dak Prescott was picked with the 135th pick of the draft in the compensatory picks of the fourth round. Guess what we're doing? It's not the compensatory picks, but it is a pick that we drafted for. So we got Gilliam as an improviser. Um, do we see arm strength? Throw power. Throw under pressure. What's his name? Is Wayne is a A. Okay, I didn't see throw power. Why didn't I see throw power? Did I miss it? All right, short accuracy, short route running. Where's your throw power, man? Okay, let's just view his card. All right, I want the bigger quarterback. Under pressure, medium accuracy B. Oh, look at that. All right, it's not fast, but he's elite in his throw power. I couldn't help myself. I couldn't help myself. I didn't even want to look at the other guy. I didn't want to. I didn't want to confuse myself anymore. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to make things a little harder to. Yeah. Oh, come on! Stop the showboating. B plus. How is that? Okay, we got a B on the last one, who's ranked number 20, and we got him at 96. We get a B plus here. He's ranked number 86 in true value, and we get him at 98. So we got him 12 places higher than where he was, but it's a B plus. Is that because he's a quarterback? Makes tough throws look easy, maintains mechanics and accuracy under pressure, and he's a dynamic playmaker. I ain't mad at that. Okay? I ain't mad at that. See, and this is the cool part too. 94 throw power. Okay. All right. Speed is only a 78, but you know what? That means he can move around a little bit. I'm not mad at that at all. All right. As a matter of fact, I am very stoked. I am like, yes, that's a decent quarterback in the fourth round. Let's skip to the end of the fourth round and let's go ahead and get back on track and see if any of our, and now we're just going to, right now, we're going to get all our steals. All right. We're going to get all our steals in the draft. So we're going to talent, and they're still there. All right. So first up, I think we're gonna go Rose. We're gonna fast forward this here. A plus. There's not no way. Shifty with great juke move. Shifty with in the open field. Soft, reliable hands. Okay. All right. All right. I think that was 93 speed. We already, what? No, no, we knew that. Wait, I thought he was a 4-4 guy. How does he have 93 speed and a 4-4 guy? I thought he was a 4-4 guy. Okay, I'm not saying no. All right, pass block, you need some work. Okay, but I can't. Can I argue with this? He is our third down back. Look, that is. We just found our new. I'm sorry, Deuce, but this is our new third down back right there. Catching traffic, A plus. Catching A. Not what I'm saying, A plus. A. So that means he's 80. Well, okay. I'm just trying to think here. So high 70s, low 80s is what an A is supposed to translate to. So you're telling me high 70s, low 80s and catching traffic, catching, BC vision, and kick return? Seriously? Okay. All right. I'm not mad at you. I'm just like that's oh shoot, I should have went to the did I go to the other thing? I don't recall now. I can't see what his thing was anyway. I'm very curious to see what his 40 time was. All right, so fifth round, it's on us because I could have sworn his 40 time was like 4:43 or something like that, and that does not work out to a 93 speed. Just doesn't. All right, so we're gonna pick a player. We got one more player that we want for sure, and then I have to look at my list. This doesn't bode well. Oh, there he is. Ooh, okay, he's still there. All right. Yeah, we're taking him. I'm not even killing caring what oh good. Like she's still showboating. All right. Oh, oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Quick enough to stay with most tight ends. 4.57 speed. Okay. Willing, dependable tackler. Forceful tackler. Okay. As long as you're not doing that little shoulder thing that everybody seems to be enamored with, we can roll with you. 93 speed. I'm still getting trying to get that my head wrapped around the 93 speed. All right. I think we only have one pick in this round. Nope, we got two. We got two. We still got two. All right. So we are 171. All right. Make your selection. All right. Now here's where all the guesswork come in. I should look see if anybody's still on my list. I have a list. All right. So my list. Ooh, Towns was. Oh, he was off. Weatherspoon. Weatherspoon is the fullback that we were looking at. All right, so let's this would be there he is. All right. Okay. Um dude, why not? I don't look at that. Lead block B, pass block A, run block A. Come on now. What do we got? Ran a 4.68 40. That's not bad for a fullback, too. That's like a slow halfback, man. His strength is okay. Solid. You know what I'm saying? Is he? I don't know though. Was he? He projects out to a what? They say blocking, but out of Penn State, sold. Right? That's my alma mater. So yeah, Penn State. Yeah, that's all I need to know. Okay, you win. You win. All right, we won. Oh, oh, wait. Okay, prototypical lead blocker. Excellent speed for a fullback. All right, we knew that. Good run blocker. Okay, it says he was ranked 17th in true value. Are you freaking kidding me? And then, and then the other piece here. Hold on. The other piece here is he's so we drafted him at 171. They said to us, you you know, so basically 54 positions after he was, after his true talent, and it's only a B where that quarterback 12 spots was a B plus. That's very interesting. All right, let's look real quick here. All right, so 83 speed, not bad, not bad. Not for a fullback, no. Oh my goodness, I think that's our first hidden. I have to be honest with you, I hadn't really paid attention to the other guys because I hadn't looked here, so I don't know if any other the other guys are hidden or not. I didn't look, and I didn't pay attention with the one that I did look at Rose. I looked at Rose, right? We looked at Rose, and I don't recall. I don't remember, but he's hidden. All right, I'm not mad at that. You got no complaints from me. All right, here we go. So far, only one bust. All right, let's see. All right, so we're gonna stay in our favorites. Um, I know I keep doing that, and then I come back. I'm trying to think. All right, first of all, let's go to Pro Day. All right, so we still got Brooks here. Cassius Brooks, 4.33. He's only 5'10 though. Needs work on simple concentration drops. Avoids big hits following catches. Excels at creating yards after the catch. No issues climbing the ladder. Fights for every single inch. His physicals 4.33. Not very strong. Nah, poor strength. So yeah, we'll yeah. 4.39 guy here. 6'1 Dante Townsend. Not one that we were looking at. Um, okay. Okay. Oh wait. Now here's one. Sean Pierman, but we're not interested because of that size. Um. Oh gosh. All these undrafted. All right. So our favorites. Let's spin you a little bit. All right. So we did have Trey Melton wearing a 4.47. Uh, right now, is it all receivers right now? Look at this. Okay. And then, okay, so we do have a couple guys here right at their talent matches their projection. Dominic Smith, another 6'3 guy. Maybe at the end, if he's still there at the end of the seventh, we might think about reconsider. Um, Gotta look again. Let me see. Anyone in particular? Oops. All right. So Bone was one that we were thinking about. Thomas, I think, is gone. And yep, that's it. So I think Bone is gone. Let's just. This is where you have to like just start digging around and seeing exactly what you got here. Because what we would look for would be some uh, size, and then we'd want like some speed or something with you. Um, yeah. So Gatewood is slow as all get up. Uh, Only other person right here. So we had Marcel. Oh, I remember this name. Marcellus Scott and Tim Harden. Look at the benches though. All right. So I mean, literally, what I would end up doing is like this. Okay, so this is the strongest player left. 498 sub 5, 34 benches. Not worthy. Not worthy. And then let's look at our. Oh, hey, what? Wait a minute. We talked about this guy. Thomas is one. We talked about this guy. Sellers, no. Speed, just. And then we got Cadet, right? And what do I look for in the linebackers? Size and speed. Size and speed. All right. Let's hold on. Let's look at. Oh, look at that. Look at that. 29 reps, 28 reps. Oh, B block shedding, A hit power, A man coverage, A zone coverage. Dude, dude. Don't take all the credit. I did some of that too. And oh, look at, oh my goodness. 29. All right, more than enough speed to play linebacker in the NFL. Okay, okay. Good football IQ. Okay. Willing tackler that rarely misses. All right, what's the profile? 88. Oh my, no, 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 no. Hidden development. There it is. There it is. There it is. 80, 90 acceleration, 80 strength. Holy cow. You out of LSU, of course. All right. So A hit power, A man, yeah, because that's why we got him was because of the man coverage in the zone and the hit power. That's a great combination there. Holy cow! Can you tackle at all? Where's your tackle? I didn't even look. Oh, oh, scary right there. Scary. Wait, didn't it say here? No, it doesn't say there. Okay, so tackle could be a D. Could be potentially, but he can cover, and he's a willing tackler, so that says something. All right, that's. I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that. All right, so I think we have the next pick, first pick in the seventh round, which ain't bad either. All right, so we're back. Let's go into faves. Let's look at this. And then we got to do our thing. Hold on. What I want is this. All right. Who's left? So we were looking at some guys, and we're potentially looking at. So what we're really looking at is this. Boom, boom. All right. So stack them up right here. Is Leonard one of the guys? He's a little light, so we probably weren't looking at him. We weren't looking at any of the top three strength guys, well, because they're all light. Nope. Harold was just short, but slow. All right, so the first guy we were looking at was Stephen Barton, 6'5", 316, 31 reps. He's agile. 494, so it's a pretty decent shuttle. Okay, so he's potentially one of our guys. He's got potential. Um, okay, Ray, 6'5", 341. Okay. 6'5", 37 on the bench. C minus. God dang it. And look at this one. No, we're still like 48. Yeah, 48 spots up, below his true talent. Excellent blocker. Excellent or powerful run blocker. Needs to improve awareness. I'm not mad at you. I'm not mad at you. Let's see what you got. 89 strength. So 37 really equates to 89. Okay. 62 speed, 76 acceleration. That's good. All right. He's the A impact blocking and A lead block. Okay, come on now. And then a B run block. Okay. You need some work on your pass blocking and awareness. Okay. I'll give that to you. All right. And Mr. Irrelevant is no. Did you see what I did? Okay. Draft recap. All right. So before we really dig into what the Cowboys did, let's look at the NFL. And then let's look at the picks. So Bush, 81 overall. Then Watson, McClendon, then McLean, 80 overall. Marquise Swede, 81 overall with 93 speed. Okay, awesome. Then Calcutta, 78 overall, right around where yep, right around where they needed to be in order to be considered up in there. So Jacobs, a bit of a reach right here. What is he playing? I don't. Yeah, that's a bit of a reach. Oh, here we go. Look at that. Man, that sucks. All right. So Reed, Holes, Stewart. All right. Okay. Look at that. Herbert. Okay. Nice at towards the end of the round. 89 speed. Where's us? Round one, right? Did I? Where's us? Right, round two, real quick. There's us in round two, 76. 76, I ain't mad at that. I ain't mad at that. Ooh, Kendrick would have been nice. He's 76 also. Back up. Let's see. And then um, we'll figure out we'll figure out what happened there. And then we're not there again. Okay, so maybe there's only going to show us 31 per, but let's go to the teams. And then let's go to the Cowboys. And let's go with all our picks. Ha ha ha. I almost choked. 81 overall for Mr. Preston. Mr. Brian Preston with 94 speed. They both are 94s, except his acceleration is way better. So we went with the better player first. Yes. All right. Let's see. Then 74 for our wide receiver, 93 speed. I ain't mad at that. Okay. And then Mr. John, 70. 70. And that's third round, right to start. But then guess what? 76 overall for Mr. McDonald. Oh, look at that running back. Well, the running back, that one, those are kind of skewed, I think, running backs are because they generally just stay high throughout the entire draft until you get into deep into the undrafted, and then they just fall off into the 60s, right? I then could be wrong, but that's what I generally see a lot of times. Um, Burnett, no, I ain't mad at that. And Wayne, I mean, 72 is not bad for a projected first round, that fell all the way to the fourth and probably would have fallen to the fifth also. I don't think he would have fallen that much further, but I ain't mad at that. What I am crazy about is these two guys. Now, Weatherspoon, I there's always, and I will tell you this now, there's always, it seems that there's always a like a fullback or something in every draft that is just outrageously good, right? And it's just that and I knew like this guy would be good, but they usually get drafted right up in the fourth round. So they never get to you. You're like, I'm going after this guy. I'm going to go after this guy. And you just don't. You let him sit. And then today, he just happened, he fell. And, because he was projected undrafted anyway. But some of them are just outrageously good. and I think this is the one. I think this was one of them, right? I'm not mad at this. 68 is not bad, right? Where's our other guy? Where was the this one, Johns? 70 is okay for a swing tackle. I'm not mad at that, even though they kind of gave us a C. Was that a C minus, or did he give a C minus here? I think we got a C minus here as well. So I'm not mad at that, and 70 overall is really um, better. I wish he was a little bit stronger. Um, I wish. Let's see. Now let's look at Mr. Preston. Because I didn't look at this. He is hidden development. Nice. Um, let's look at Burks. He is not. So we did make that right choice for the first, right? So 5 points difference in overall and hidden development. I don't think. Oh, I was going to say I don't think he is, but he is. I think I might change his number, but I kind of like. I don't know. It's kind of grown on me like instantly almost. Uh, yeah. All right. I might have to change his uniform a little bit though. Um, seriously? Now this one's kind of crazy because he's a C minus pick, but look at that hidden development. Oh my goodness. Are you kidding me? I mean, strictly power wise. Now, in truth, if he was a little 88 strength, well, he's getting the +2 to strength though. He's 6'7", 326. Oh, and he's right tackle anyway, so yeah, I'll leave him there. That's our backup. We still need to pick up a left tackle though, and a center. Well, we need to pick up some line depth anyway. Um, McDonald. Oh, look at that! Look at that! He right off the bat. We do have to edit. We do have to edit. I'm gonna leave him at 44 though. All right. So what did that do to us overall? I think he went up a point. I don't know. I can't remember now. He either went up a point or down one. I think he went up. Wayne. Okay. Rose. Barnett. Okay. So I don't know why I feel a little disappointed there. It just, for such a high, what's the name, and being kind of a steal, it was almost like, well, he should be hidden development. All right. So number one, I don't know if I'm going to leave it at number one. All right. How about this guy, Thomas? Wait, we saw Weatherspoon, right? Weatherspoon. Yeah, he was Penn State guy. That's why hidden development, man. That is just crazy. That is crazy. Yeah, that one's crazy. All right, let's look at this guy. Do we know this? I don't recall. I don't remember, but I'll take it. Hidden development. And he was just sitting there. He probably would not have been drafted. I don't know. When did we get him? In the seventh round, right? The first pick of the seventh round? No tags or anything. Last pick of the sixth round. Where's my seventh round pick? There. Seriously? He was probably the top guy on my board. That's why he went. That's why they got him. Remember, because I accidentally skipped him, right? And I was like, so 68 overall is Ray, and then Tyson Young, strong arm, top of my board. Another behemoth quarterback, 6'6", 236. Oh, gosh. Look at the throw power, 98 throw power. What in the world is going on here? Okay. Uh, you know what? All I can do is laugh, right? Okay, we're not carrying five quarterbacks into preseason, but when you check in next time, you will see what we do. And then I gotta be honest with you, I think I'm thinking we're gonna keep these two, and I'm gonna let Rush go. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. I'm gonna keep the big guys. One of them is definitely gonna go to the practice squad after preseason, and we got to see if Preston can battle it out. And he's a slot archetype, so he actually kind of fits in perfect with this team. He's got great acceleration, great agility. He's okay strong for a defensive back, very strong actually. Um, Great change of direction. Um, oh, I was gonna say who's got the 83 catch? So there, that's it. Oh, look at this, 83 and 84, 85. Okay, he's basically same in each of those. Look at the jump. Look at the jump, 94. If you talk, I'm talking about Ruben Franklin right now. Just that is crazy. 83, 84, 85. Really? Is that how we're doing this? 83, 84, 85? Seriously? Okay. So 78 release though is pretty daggone good, right? But this guy, let's see, 70 tackling, right? So if I really wanted to, I could move him into safety. He could eventually become a safety. Hit power is pretty decent. Yeah, no finesse move. Block shedding's not bad. Pursuit, not bad. Man coverage, there it is, 80. 72 zone. Maybe I can't move him into safety. Um, hmm Do I want him returning kicks though? All right. What is this? Intangible grade. Intangible grade. I wish you see this somewhere. Aside from right, I don't know if you, because that says a lot, doesn't it? I like them to play this one up a little bit more, right? Size doesn't mean anything to me. Personality, this one, these two right here, intangible and personality, man, the potential that they can, and also this one, right? Physical grade. I the potential right there for those is just crazy, crazy. If you can figure out a way to really use this, right? Especially in the scouting process. These are their physical grade, right? Right? What does that really mean? Right? I mean, I could tell you what it means to me when I see it and hear it. I'm like, okay, is this physicality or is this like their physical ability, right? Adeptness, right? You know, like this guy is very athletic. 92, he's an extreme athlete, right? Can do anything. 84, he's athletic, but he's stiff, right? Almost in that kind of thing. He's got great athleticism when it comes to this, but he's limited here, right? So then that's kind of how I would love for it to play out. So 92 physical means he could pretty much do everything. He's got good speed, he's got good strength, he's got flexibility, and then he's got great mobility, right? As far as side to side, all that kind of stuff. And then someone here, like down here at 73, right? This guy's strong and fast, straight line, right? But that's it. You see what I'm saying? And so it's like, okay, okay. Then so it kind of, you start to see and you say, okay, there's some limitations here, right? This guy's kind of limited. He's got one or two great qualities, but everything else, he's stiff. He's not very good side to side, laterally. You know what I mean? Something like that. And then, like this guy, you know, they got some good, very good traits, and overall, they're good, but once you hit 90s, that puts you into that extreme superstar almost level athlete, right? And then size. Size is size, but it's like you're big. You're big for the type of player you're supposed to be, right? So this guy, I don't get it. I don't understand the 98 size there when he's only 6 foot, 200 and something pounds. So that one, I don't know. Intangible now. Intangible would be awesome when it talks about, okay, because now you can start saying, okay, is that like a combination of, clutch and, you know, ability, IQ, football IQ, clutch, all those things there, right? How good is this player at crunch time? You know what I mean? How, is he willing to learn? How quickly can he adapt and learn and get better, right? So those would be the intangibles, right? And then that grade would significantly affect, you know, how well they advance and how they level up and all that kind of stuff, right? You know what I mean? The amount of experience they get. So they'd be great to be able to take that and say, okay, so you got a guy with a high intangible grade. That means he's going to come through for you quite more often than not, right? And then that score plays into a lot of different things, especially when it comes to certain crunch time and certain crucial moments in the game, right? And then personality, right? This is how well does he get along with the other players on the team? How well does he cope? How well does he buy into a scheme change, or how well does he, all those things, right? And then so you got somebody down here, their personality is a 26, okay? This guy is not gonna, not gonna buy into much. He's not gonna get along well with a lot of people on the team. You know what I mean? He's definitely not somebody that you're going to want to be the captain of your team. You know what I'm saying? And then, so, but these scores, you need to see and know them. And that would be such an awesome way to move with that, right? And then, so it's cool to see that here, but the question is, can we see it anywhere else, right? And if you can get those out there and figure out how to really incorporate those, all of a sudden, man, you're just opening up a whole new, just you know what I'm saying? And as a franchise player, that just seems like there's so much potential there, right? And then so that is where we're going to leave it right now. You know what I mean? With me dreaming of the things that you can do, I just wanted to jump over here real quick so I can see my roster. And then also, what I wanted to do was to see. So CD Lamb is still an X Factor. I'm shocked by that, to tell you the truth. How do I know? Well, because it's right there. Um, what we're trying to do is get all the way over to the edge here. And we want to see if those scores are actually always there. There's personality. You see, so the intangible and the physical are no longer there, right? Personality is still there, but that's it. I'm gonna check one other place real quick here. See if we can go there. And then, yeah, it moves faster if I use the stick instead of the D-pad. So we can see morale there, but yeah, that's it. I mean, so it'd be cool to see more of that, right? Because, but then we look here and you see, okay, my top Wilbin, 89 personality, CD 90, right? And then you got here Morrison, only a 75, right? Flournoy, 65. But look at our new guy, 85, 85, right? And then, and this guy, right? Mr. Fumble Machine here. All right, so I got 8 receivers. I like to go into training camp or yeah, preseason with 9. So I got 5 more positions to fill. But I'm probably going to drop a couple people and I'm going to drop probably one left, my right end, and I can't remember his name right now. And then also get rid of Rush. So drop those 2 and then bring in 7 players to fill out the team. So that is that is where we're going to leave it. And then when we start, and then I'm going to start preseason, and preseason is probably just going to be simming the games. I might have to do one more, just a quick update, and I think I might actually change the format a little bit, where I do a recap, preview of the upcoming, recap of the past week, and then a preview of the next week, and then um, do a non-commentary, just sim of the game. Just put the whole game out there. People will watch what they want to watch, and then in between each game, just do a real quick 20-25 minute recap and preview of what the upcoming next game is going to be. And then basically that leaves everything to just the AI and the CPU. So even doing that, I'm going to probably take the sliders and put them all back to 50, right? And we're just going to see what happens and what it looks like, right? And then at that point, we're kind of using and following the hurricane model in a sense, where we're just building the team, we're putting the players together, and then they go out and actually play and execute the plays. Which means I still got to go in and really revamp the playbook, and make sure so we're using the right playbooks. But other than that, I think we're going to try that. And then as we get deeper into the real football season, week 3, week 4, week 5, whichever the first chance I that they opportunity they give us with, you start the season from here. If we can start the season from week 4, week 3, week 5 maybe, and just grab a team that's really doing started off rough, poor, and say, okay, we're going to rebuild from here. We'll see what the outcome going to be, what the outcome of the season is going to end up, where they're going to, if we can turn things around. If not, how, can we expand and improve through the draft. So that's the next thing I'm looking at. So hey, stay tuned. Thanks for joining me, and um, yeah, this was a long one. I just looked over and it's like 3 hours, and I go like, holy cow. Okay, and original plan was an hour and a half. So, um, yeah, if I could figure out where I could split it and divide it into 2, I would. But I figured, yeah, it's off season. This is what it is, right? Okay, guys, be good. See you soon.